Here's a long, emotional story inspired by the theme indicated in the link you shared, a lonely CEO being invited into someone's life on Christmas, crafted to fit the pacing and emotional beats of an approximately 15-minute YouTube video with a powerful message. The YouTube video you referenced seems to tell a story about a lonely executive invited to share a Christmas meal by a stranger's child. The moment Emma Carter stepped out of her sleek black sedan that snowy Christmas Eve, her heart felt heavier than the winter coat wrapped tightly around her. Lights sparkled on every storefront, laughter echoed down the street, and carolers' voices warmed the chill. But for Emma, a woman who seemed to have everything, the holiday glow only emphasized her emptiness. As the CEO of one of the most successful tech companies in the country, she had conquered boardrooms, signed million-dollar deals, and commanded respect across continents, yet she had never felt more alone. She walked aimlessly, watching families stroll hand in hand, couples laughing over hot cocoa, children pulling parents toward twinkling storefront displays. The more she watched, the more the ache inside her grew, a sense that something fundamental was missing in her own life. With every passing joyful moment, she felt further removed from the warmth she observed yet couldn't grasp. A sudden flake landed on her cheek, breaking her thoughts, and she found herself drawn to a small, humble café just around the corner. Inside, one table caught her eye, a father and his young son, sharing a simple cupcake with a single lit candle, a quiet, tender celebration of something personal and profound, far removed from glitzy parties and corporate galas. The boy's Santa hat was slightly askew, his eyes filled with pure joy as he looked at his father. In that moment, Emma felt something she thought she'd lost a long time ago, longing for genuine connection. She paused at the entrance, watching them laugh softly, completely absorbed in one another. The father's genuine smile and the child's bright excitement stirred something deep within her, a longing that had nothing to do with wealth or status, but human closeness. She felt an unfamiliar tremor rise in her chest, a whisper that nudged her forward. After years of isolation, she wanted to belong somewhere meaningful. Summoning courage she didn't know she possessed, Emma walked toward the table. Her heart pounded in her ears, and her breath left soft clouds in the cold air as she stood before them. The boy looked up first, eyes curious beneath the soft glow of Christmas lights, and then his father did, surprise flickering across his face. "Can I join you?" Emma's voice was barely above a whisper, timid yet hopeful. She didn't sound like the powerful CEO she was, just a weary woman searching for warmth. The father hesitated for a beat that felt like forever, then smiled gently and gestured to the empty chair. "Of course," he said. The boy grinned and scooted over to make room. In that simple moment of acceptance, Emma felt something shift inside her. At first, the conversation was soft and polite, awkward almost. Emma apologized for intruding, but the father waved it off, introducing himself as Mark, and his son as Oliver. Oliver beamed at her, offering a piece of his cupcake, proud of the frosting smudge on his cheek. Slowly, laughter began to bridge the gap between them. They learned that Mark was a schoolteacher who believed in small joys rather than grand gestures. Oliver, with his boundless questions and bright laughter, reminded Emma of the happiness she had tucked away long ago. She told them about her busy life, her travels, her accomplishments, but she didn't hide the loneliness that had grown alongside her success. Instead of judgment, she saw understanding in Mark's warm eyes. And Oliver, he simply beamed at her, convinced she was exactly where she was meant to be. As the night deepened, Mark's friends joined them with warm drinks and extra pastries, turning their small table into a lively circle of laughter and shared stories. Emma felt the heaviness in her chest ease, replaced by an unexpected sense of belonging. She talked, yes, but more importantly, she listened to stories of simple triumphs, everyday kindnesses, and the way ordinary moments can feel extraordinary when shared. Emma realized that all her achievements, all her wealth, hadn't filled the quiet spaces in her heart. Not until now, not until a stranger invited her to share his simplest celebration of all, the joy of being together. When the clock struck midnight, Mark and Oliver walked her to the door of her car. Oliver handed her a small paper ornament he had decorated, glitter specks and all. "For your tree," he said, eyes shining with warmth. Emma felt tears prick her eyes, not from sadness, but from the awe of feeling truly seen. In that instant, she understood something powerful: connections don't come from perfection or prestige. They come from genuine moments of openness, courage to reach out, and willingness to accept others just as they are. Emma thanked them, heart full. She knew life would continue to be busy, hectic, but now she carried a new purpose in her chest. A reminder that connection matters more than any accolade. That love and belonging are found not in isolation but in shared moments, in kindness offered freely, and in vulnerability embraced without fear. As she drove away, snow falling softly around her car, Emma looked at the little ornament, a tiny beacon of the warmth she had found. And for the first time in years, she didn't feel alone. That Christmas Eve taught her that no matter how successful one may be, the greatest joy comes not from what you have, but from who you share life with. A simple invitation had changed her world, proving that sometimes all it takes is one heartfelt yes to heal a lonely soul. And as the snow continued to fall, Emma understood that she, at last, had found a place where her heart could rest. If you want, I can also help you format this into a YouTube narration script with timestamps or voice cues.